Gul'dan versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Your soul shall be mine.
Definitely don't keep those. Paladin, probably a Dragon Paladin if I had to guess. Am I happy with Voidwalker into Coin Imp Gang Boss against Dragon Paladin? I guess I am. If I play Imp Gang Boss going into his turn 3, he can't deal with it with just like True Silver Champion. Okay, well, with the Silverware Golem pickup, I think I have to play double 1-drop here. And then go for the 1 and 3 with Librarian next turn.
Reporting for duty.
Come on, Silverware Golem. A dream.
The victory is yours.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
I think I really want 1-drops. Definitely don't want Fist of Jaraxxus. I have 4 different 1-drops that I want to play, so 8 cards. Nah, I'll toss Peddler. I need 1-drops really bad, and I have a lot of 2s. So if I play Flame Imp here, he can coin Fiery War Axe. I go Villager. My next turn is Flame Imp Abusive Sergeant. And the Villager with an Abusive Sergeant on it can kill off like an Alexstrasza's Champion or a Fairy Dragon or something like that. I think I like Possessed Villager better here. I guess the Flame Imp would force the coin when maybe he doesn't want to use it. But Coin Fiery War Axe is pretty good there. I guess I'm just playing my other 2 1-drops, hitting him in the face. Alright, didn't even have the War Axe. Flame Imp on 1 would have been really good, but you can't really play around that. Have to just assume they have the War Axe. But Imp Gang Boss is pretty much the best 3-drop. Certainly the best 3-drop in this deck.
Let the pain speak to me.
Silverware Golem. So do I play the Silverware Golem here, or do I tap? He used the coin, so there's no Brawl next turn. I have to play the Abusive Sergeant here, so tapping is really only better if I draw a 1-drop. But I do have several 1-drops left in the deck. I guess it's pretty good if I get Soulfire too. I think I'm just gonna play it though. If I tap there and miss, then I just feel really bad. And this puts a lot of damage on the table for the next turn. What is this, like 11? Probably just tap here. I don't mind sending like these 2 guys into his minion. We're going into the Brawl turn. My board is pretty weak to something like Ravaging Ghoul right now. I'll just send these guys in, there's no real reason to play Fist of Jaraxxus here. Double Fist. I do have a lot of burst in my hand.
Are you my master?
Where are my discard synergy cards? Well, I guess I'm tapping here since I can't play Fist and Silverware Golem. I can either play a couple minions. It's pretty weak to AoE if he has it. I don't think he would have brawled last turn. So I guess I can trade off my 2 small minions and then play Silverware Golem Voidwalker, or I can just drop a Fist of Jaraxxus here. Hope it hits the 2-3. I guess if it misses the 2-3, that's pretty bad for me.
Almost out of time.
I think I'm just gonna play the minions here. He has Brawl, he might have to play it here. I have 9 power on board, I can burst for 8 next turn. Alright, well that puts him out of range. If I draw Doomguard, I can burst for a hell of a lot more than 8 next turn. Probably tap here. All my discard synergy, none of my discard cards. Oh, there's a discard card. So Soulfire lets me burst for 12 here. Malchezaar Imp, Power Overwhelming, Soulfire, discard Fist of Jiraxis. That's 12, 14. That puts me 1 damage off lethal, I think. I might just go for that. I get to cycle with Malchezaar Imp too. I do have to use my Power Overwhelming here, which kinda sucks. But I think it's worth it. Okay, it should be pretty hard for him to stop lethal next turn. Doomguard Fist bursts for 9 from hand. Plus he still has to deal with all my minions.
The feast of souls begins now.
He can't use War Axe to clear here. Obviously if the Fist hits face, it's just lethal. I think this is guaranteed lethal even without the Fist.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
This hand is garbage. Need 1-drops for sure. He doesn't have the coin War Axe. Imp into Librarian is actually sick. I have to play the Imp here. Hopefully he doesn't have the War Axe. I didn't actually pay attention to how many cards he mulliganed, but it doesn't really matter. Not like I can avoid playing the Imp here.
For the life binder.
I'll have to play the Librarian here.
The truth is in here.
Hopefully. Okay, that was probably the best discard. Losing Imp Gang Boss was definitely the worst result there. I'm glad that didn't happen. Two-4 is super good against Fairy Dragon here. I don't think Dragon Warrior has a good way to clear this. He used the coin, so there's no Kor'kron Elite this turn. I guess like Blood to Ichor Execute, and then just send Fairy Dragon into the Imp is not bad there. If I play Fist of Jiraxis, I need to hit the monkey. It's only a 1 and 3, so that's not really worth it. So I think Peddler Imp or Peddler Abusive good here.
Buying or selling.
If I take Shifter's Heiress, try to live the dream. I don't know what I'd be looking to grab. Maybe I just take Blood Imp and play it this turn. Blood Imp doesn't really do anything this turn, and it just dies at a Ravaging Ghoul. I think we go for Hot Shifter's Heiress RNG. You know, it'd be super dope if Shifter's Heiress turned into a Silverware Golem next turn, and then I go Doomguard, discard Silverware Golem, and Fist of Jiraxis. Glad I didn't take Blood Imp. Oh, it turned into a 3-drop. Not the right one. So do I just play Doomguard here? If I discard the Fist, I really want it to hit the Ravaging Ghoul, but I think there's only a 1 in 3 chance of that happening, assuming I send the 1/1 into the Fairy Dragon first. Maybe I'm okay with the Fist hitting the Fairy Dragon, and then I just trade either my other 2 things or the Doomguard into the Ravaging Ghoul. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Hopefully I discard the Fist here. That's pretty bad. Still ahead on board. I still have the best hero power in the game. Not execute though. Succubus is good here. 50%. Got it. Alright, that was a pretty good turn for me. Turn 6 from Dragon Warrior. Usually just the Crusher, which does nothing here. I guess Corkron Armor Up is better. Yeah, Doomguard has to be way better than just playing out the Voidwalker here. And I'd rather have a full health Doomguard than take 4 damage on the Doomguard versus effectively 1 damage on the 2/1 Peddler. That's kind of annoying. Direwolf Alpha would be a nice draw here. Guess I have to send both my guys into this. Kind of a bummer. Still far ahead on board. He doesn't have second execute. Maybe Doomguard lives. Oh yeah, that's also a card that Dragon Warrior plays. Probably take the coil here. Kill this guy. I guess from this point on, his cards are going to be better than mine. I just have to hope I can flood and race him down. Well, when he plays 2 taunts, probably going to be hard to do that. Play this card before tapping. I guess I actually should not have played it before tapping. Anyway. Hopefully he doesn't have 3 damage. Pretty easy for that deck to have 3. Okay, that's probably the best target for me. I think I do have to tap. Not bad. I have to trade into this though. I don't think I can win from this point. Okay, well, that's just lethal.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
I think I will hold 1 Abusive Sergeant just to play on turn 1. If I was against like a mage or a shaman, the Abusive Sergeant would be pretty bad. But generally Warrior's answer to a 1-drop is Coin Fiery War Axe.
The legions I command.
That Malchezaar is actually pretty bad for me, I think. I think generally when a warrior is playing Malchezaar, it's so the other 29 cards in their deck can be anti-aggro. Well, time to roll some dice, I guess. One of these minions would I rather play? Probably just the 4/3. Silverware Golem, please. Seems like a pretty reasonable board state for turn 2. Oh, he didn't coin Fiery Warrocks on the Abusive Sergeant last turn. I think I would have. Guess there's another coin flip here. I really want to discard Fist of Jaraxxus.
The truth is in here.
Unlucky. Needs a tap here, because I'm obviously not playing the Fist. Play out my 1-drops, I guess. He's pretty low, but I don't really have a great hand. Alright, that's not really a big deal at all. My hand actually sucks a lot. Soulfire actually makes it quite a bit better. Wow. Okay.
Gul'dan versus Rexxar.
Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
I mean, this hand is like the nuts, right? If I draw a 1-drop to go with this, hand is actually disgusting. Try to live the dream. Even if Malchezaar's Imp dies on turn 1, which is actually very hard from a hunter, but even if it dies, I think I'm still in okay shape. Actually, I guess with this route, without the second 1-drop, I'm not even spending the coin. I might have to just coin nothing next turn to make sure, or to make it more likely that I discard a Silverware Golem here. Does that make sense? Right now, if I play the Librarian, it's only 40% chance to hit the Silverware Golem. What secret would he play here? I guess Cat Trick makes sense since I have the coin. If it's freeze, I really want to play the Librarian first. If it's explosive, I feel kinda dumb. It doesn't make any sense to play Explosive Trap here. I'm actually gonna coin Librarian. Sometimes I just waste the 1 mana. Sometimes the card I cycle into, I can play for 1 mana. Let's see what this is. There, nice. Okay. I was actually considering just soulfiring his face this turn. Just because I have Imp on board and 2 Silverware Golems in hand. So Bear Trap is actually the best one for me there. It gave me a good excuse to use the Soulfire. I don't think there's any secret I'm too scared of here. Okay, explosive. So I draw a card off the Librarian. Guess I just played double 1-drop here. Really hope that's not another explosive trap. I don't really have a way to play around the explosive trap though. My deck doesn't have Argus. Okay, turns out it just wasn't explosive. This is really good for me. I think I do have to just play Silverware Golem as a minion here. See if it's Snipe. Not Snipe. Probably Snakes. No. So it's not Snipe, Freeze, Explosive, Snakes, Bear, this direction. So it's either Dart or Cat. If it's Dart Trap, I don't care. If it's Cat Trick, I can just not trigger it. Probably Cat Trick, no one plays Dart, but it could be Dart. That doesn't feel good. You know what would feel good is a Doomguard right here. Soulfire. So I have 6 on board, theoretically 12 in hand. it's pretty much guaranteed to be cat trick. So even if the fist like doesn't hit face and do 4 damage, which would still be fine, it's gonna kill off the cat. I think PO Soulfire is just like way too good here to not do. I deal a ton of damage, sometimes I kill this and I draw 2 cards off the imps. This hits face, I think the Abusive Sergeant just gave me lethal. So this is 10. I guess I should tap. I think I like playing the Death Rattle minion here. It's pretty unlikely he clears this board. There was some merit to just getting in the 2 damage with the Abusive Sergeant while I could, but I think it's just really unlikely he can deal with my entire board. Wow. Deadly shot there. Well, I guess if that's Explosive Trap, that Deadly Shot was actually the second best result. First one being the full health Malchezaar's imp. So even if it's explosive, I think I want to play Succubus before attacking in. I take 2 damage on it, but I draw an extra card. Is that worth it? I've played both of my Soulfires. Lets me cycle into Doomguard though, which is super good. So I think Succubus before explosive is definitely worth it.
So many possibilities.
And I think I want to have Imp Gang Boss on board. Imp Gang Boss will only be a 2/2, but it's still kind of like 2/2 Death Rattle, summon a demon. I think that's worth it. Oh, it just wasn't even Explosive Trap. Okay.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
So I definitely want Villager on 1. Peddler's pretty good on 2. I think I'm happy with these 2 parts of my curve.
Get it out! Get it out!
I think I pretty much always play Peddler over Succubus next turn. Unless I draw Silverware Golem, then maybe I go for it.
Buying or selling.
Malchezaar's Imp is so good here. Next turn I can go Imp Succubus. If he doesn't have Fiery War Axe here, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let the pain speak to me.
I don't think I'm willing to play Abusive Sergeant plus Succubus, because then all 3 of the cards I discard are pretty bad to discard. Malchezaar's Imp Succubus was the intended play, but I really want to kill off the Acolyte. Can I justify just playing the 2 1-drops here? Just to make sure Acolyte can't like proc the Death Rattle on my possessed villager, make sure it only draws 1 card.
Almost out of time.
I think I like the 2 1-drops here.
You are not the boss of me.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Just to deal with the Acolyte efficiently. I don't know, it's mana inefficient though. But I know my Imp isn't going to get War Axed this turn, unless he drew into it.
Armor made to fit.
I think there's a pretty good chance I have to play a Power Overwhelming here, but I'm definitely playing the Succubus, and I want to not discard the Doomguard, since I'll have a Power Overwhelming after this either way. Play the Succubus first. Really sucks that I lost the Doomguard there.
My thanks.
Am I gonna Power Overwhelm into this though?
Almost up. I wonder.
I think I like just clearing off the Armor Smith. I could have sent my 2 2/1s into it and tapped, but tapping there gives up a 2/1 on board. It gives up 2 damage, and it gives him an extra armor out of the armor smith, so it kind of gives up 3 damage. Wonder if I just play a Fist of Jaraxxus here. Pretty good if it hits. If it misses, I have to like PO my possessed villager to run into it. I can also just tap. Sometimes I tap into one of my several discard cards, and it's way better. Tapping into Direwolf Alpha is also good. Civ Sergeant is also good. I think I have a lot of good taps here. It's not one of them.
Almost out of time.
You are not the boss of me.
How do I clear this? Using PO on the Possessed Villager is a little bit weaker to AoE. I think there's a pretty good chance I get brawled here. But even then, the Death Rattle only leaves behind a 1-1. The Abusive Sergeant got to push 2 damage this turn instead of 1. I can just draw into some nice discard synergy. My hand and board is really good. Doomguard would be so good here. This is actually disgusting. I draw so many cards. I get to draw 5 cards this turn if I tap. Nice, I got the good fists too. I have 16 damage here. Right? 16. Could set him to 1, but if he has more AoE, I have nothing. So I think I'll just clear that. Play this guy out. Then I can, next turn, almost be certain to guarantee the Soulfire Silverware Golem, if it's even relevant. Plus it kind of conceals how much damage I actually have. Looks like if I had just gone for the Soulfire last turn, I'd be in better shape. I have 3, 5, 7, 11 damage.
You command.
Look how disgusting that was if the game didn't end there. Soulfire dealt 4, summoned a 3/3, and drew 2 cards.